Welcome. This is a recording designed to provide advice for parents about loss and bereavement, created by GHLL staff Lucy and Fiona and EPS staff Melissa. This case study is based on some examples parents have sought support for. Each child or young person and their situation or circumstances will be different. This recording provides some general advice and top tips. However, more specific support may be required to help your child with referrals to relevant services or agencies. It is important to remember that school staff are available and happy to help. Please do not be afraid to seek support from them. It has been a difficult time during coronavirus as our children have lost their grandparents due to the virus. Our children aged 12 and 15 have responded differently to the situation, with Mia, 12, being very upset and often saying she misses her and was upset that she was not able to visit them while they were in hospital. Our son Ben, 15, has seemed to cope with the situation. However, he has become increasingly withdrawn and spent more time alone. He has expressed that he hates it at the moment and as he misses his friends. We're looking for ways to support them both.
So from a school point of view, we'd recommend making contact with the school and inform them of the bereavement. They will be able to make contact with Winston's Wish Bereavement Support to gain further advice. The pastoral team in a school would also be able to give support, and school will be able to recommend useful books and resources. In addition to this, if you are in a Trailblazer school, you can self-refer to the Young Minds Matter team to work with an educational mental health practitioner. FaceTime, Zoom sessions or a phone call, email can be set up with friends. Also, perhaps getting out and about, having a socially distanced walk with a friend might help having that catch-up time. Continue to talk about happy memories of the grandparents, answer any questions in an age-appropriate way, and also perhaps make a scrapbook or memory box of good and happy times.
GHLL, Gloucestershire Healthy Living and Learning, supports all secondary schools with resources and training for teachers around emotional health and wellbeing and PSHE, as well as the RSHE curriculum. The website is www.ghl.org.uk and has advice for parents, carers under the Family tab. A number of resources are used by our secondary schools. One of them is the Beyond Fed Up resource, which actually looks very closely at friendships, resilience, and in this case, it's a suicide prevention. So bereavement as well is incorporated. Winston's Wish and the PSHE Association have developed lessons on bereavement from Key Stage 1 right up to Key Stage 5, and a lot of secondary schools are actually using these. The 5 Ways to Wellbeing is still an excellent way of actually integrating young people into looking and feeling more active, more attuned with their communities and how they are actually coping. This is particularly relevant with the Connect Challenge. Social prescribing is being rolled out in different areas of the county, from the Forest of Dean to Gloucester and Cheltenham. And this actually looks at using different techniques such as music, the arts, and outdoor work to actually help young people cope with different emotional issues around particularly bereavement.
From an educational psychology perspective, it's important to be honest and clear with age-appropriate vocabulary to help your young person understand, with clear terminology to avoid confusion. Allow them to ask questions and offer responses where you can, and be honest where you can. Connect with their friends and family where possible, using technology if needed to boost their connections and their sense of well-being, belonging, love and care. Share information with staff relating to the bereavement or their difficulties with loss, and seek further support if needed from school. Gather support from relevant charities and refer on to services if required, such as Teens in Crisis or Winston's Wish, and seek support within the school as they have a lot of expertise. Use the resources that a school may be able to offer you, and consider supportive websites to be able to open up the discussion together at home. Offer opportunities for your child to speak with you, perhaps when it is quieter, like just before bed, or when they don't have to have direct conversations such as in the car, and use resources if needed to aid this. Consider a memorial activity if appropriate, and more advice can be gained through bereavement websites or school staff on these things. Provide details of websites where they can have free online and phone support, such as Childline or the NSPCC. Equally, other reputable websites such as Bernardo's has support for parents. Training can be offered to school staff from services such as EPS where specialist support is needed.